everyone, my name is Joy. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's amazing to see you here today and I'm so excited. Now, if you're somebody that's feeling stuck or you are feeling broke, one of the biggest problems you're having right now is you just don't know where to begin with starting a business. I just want to tell you, hello, you are in the right place. I want you to definitely stick around because by the end of this video, these are the things that I will help you with. So not only by the end of the video will you know what business to start, but you're also going to know who are these people that you are going to help. Not only that, you're going to know how you're going to help these people and even the exact message that will help you to land your first 5 customers. How amazing is that? I'm so excited, okay? So guys, I've been helping people just like you to figure all of this out. And if there's anything I want you to know is I need you to trust me because this stuff works. So we're simply going to be breaking down a framework. And on top of that, I'll be giving you some extra tips that will really help you to get moving. So let's start with the what. That is one of the key questions. What is your business actually going to be about? And I know you've asked yourself this question so many times. Now, this is the way I want you to think about it. Think about it using a few different angles. Now, I want you to take notes and make sure you pause this video if you need to and rewatch it, okay, if you need to. So the first angle is solving a problem. Things you need to think about is what frustrations have you personally overcome? Now, there might be problems you see in the world that really bug you and you are so passionate that you want to solve them, those sort of things. Because sometimes the best businesses come from that burning desire that you have inside of you. The second angle is leveraging your profession. So think about it. What skills do you already have from your day job or a previous job that you've done? This will then help you to start thinking widely about skills. Now, sometimes you might think, oh, these skills are so small. I don't know if I can help anybody, but the truth is that actually is very valuable to some people. So think about ways you can consult, teach, or offer services based on things that you already know. You're not learning anything new. The next angle is following your passion. What are you really genuinely interested in? Think about what you read about, what you watch, what you listen to in your free time, because passion is so powerful. It can fuel a business that you actually enjoy. Angle number 4 is to identify needs that are not being met. So what I mean is, are there groups of people whose needs aren't being met? So start to think and look at some emerging trends, look at some growing markets. Where could you then offer that unique solution that can help these people? But don't get hung up, because I know this happens to so many people. You're thinking about the perfect idea right away. The most important thing is to pick something and start getting feedback. So think of it this way, as finding the best bad idea, and then you can refine it over time. Don't get hung up. You need to cross that barrier. Okay, so you've got some ideas for the what. The next thing we're going to talk about is the who. Who are you going to serve? Now, I'm going to give you some things to think about. There are a few key groups to consider. The first group is people just like you. And you know why? Because these people share your experiences or your frustrations, whatever that is. Now, you'll naturally understand their needs. It could also be people that you've helped before, right? Maybe you've assisted them in the past. Even informally, it could be like friends, you've helped them with something. The third idea is undeserved markets. Now, who do you see that isn't getting the attention that they actually need? Now, to really nail down your who, we're going to create an avatar. Now, you might say, Joy, what is an avatar? Now, these are groups such as age and gender, professional role, problems and pains, interest and passion. So you're grouping them. Goals and aspiration is also a good one, right? You're grouping them and you're getting very specific, right? Think about groups of people in those buckets. So instead of saying people who need time management help, why don't you say, think of busy working parents in their 30s who are struggling with balancing work and family life. This is so specific. Because the more specific you are, the more effectively you can reach these people and the more you can charge them. Okay, so remember, you need a narrow focus because this will lead to premium pricing and less competition. All right, so we've talked about the what, we've talked about the who. Now, the next step is to talk about the how. How are you actually going to help them? So let's look at 2 parts, right? The first part is the upside, which is like the good things you're going to do. So For example, what positive outcomes will your customers experience? So think about that. What are the positive outcomes? And also think about how much easier are their lives going to be, right? If they had this problem, you solved it, how much easier are their lives going to be? How guaranteed is their success, right? Think about how you can make this happen and how fast can they actually achieve their goals. Think like them. Put yourself in their shoes. How would you feel if somebody came and lifted up that problem? How would you feel? The second downside is the downside. So things that you want them to avoid, like frustrations and issues and problems and things that they faced before in the past. So what is the risk of not solving this problem? That's the angle you go from. Think about the pain, right? How can you give them alternative? What sacrifices do they currently have to endure? You might also want to think about things that they are giving up that they don't want to, and also they may feel that they're being forced to do something that they hate. If you can figure it out, right, then you're going to be in such a good place to tailor your messaging to these people. Now, if you're solving a problem that you faced, you already know. You know the good stuff, you know the bad stuff. But if you are solving a problem that you haven't faced yourself, then you need to talk to your potential clients. So ask them about their struggles, about their ideal income outcomes, and what they've tried before. So I want us to now put all of this together in a way that is super clear and helpful to you. So we're talking about combining all of this that we've talked about, okay? So think about it like this is the formula for your business. I help your who get a desired outcome, which is the good stuff, without the frustrations, which is the bad stuff. I'll give you an example. I help busy working parents in their 30s to get more quality time with their kids without sacrificing their careers. Boom. So that is so specific. You're calling it out, what you're going to do, what you're going to help them with. This is your framework. Now I'm going to give you some bonus points to help you take things to the next level. Okay, so I want you to develop a unique mechanism. So for example, what is your special sauce? What is your process for actually helping people? Then I want you to give it a name. Now this makes your offer more compelling. Think about it like your own special method of achieving results. So for example, you know how we have Weight Watchers and they have a point system. That is their mechanism. The second thing is to focus on building relationships. This is so important because business isn't just about transactions. It is about connecting with people and building trust. The next bonus tip I have for you is to embrace iteration and feedback, because your first idea, I guarantee you, is not going to be perfect, but that's okay. So I want you to keep learning and adapting based on what your customers tell you. Fourth amazing tip is don't be afraid to niche down further. People are so scared about doing this. The truth is, the more specific that you are, the easier it is to stand out and attract the right customers. Another tip is prioritize providing value. Really, genuinely focus on helping people, and the money will follow after. So really be genuine about it. So how do you actually get those first 5 customers? This is simpler than you think, right? So I really want to break it down. Start a conversation with somebody. That's the first step. Next step is mention something specific. Give them a compliment. You know, I love your hair, I love your jacket, whatever. Then explain to them what you do. Tell them these are the sort of people I help. And once you've explained, then ask them for referrals. Tell them, do you know anybody that might need this help? Now, you need to do this consistently. Even if you target, say, 5 people every single day, keep doing that, keep refining, and then you will find yourself beginning to get at least 1, 2, 3 customers. And this is a solid framework. People try to make it so hard for themselves, but we need to remember the key is to take action. Start exploring the what idea, define your who, figure out your why, then put it all together. I want to know, what are your thoughts? What kind of business are you thinking about starting? I want you to let me know in the comment section below. Now, if you found this video helpful, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button for more tips on building a successful business. Let's get started.